All right, so in this video, I'm going to try to do a bunch of two-step equations that are part of the bottom part of the review. So let's try to do that. First one here has got some fractions. Don't be scared of that. Same process. You got to get rid of the adding part first. So I'm going to get rid of this -2 by subtracting half from both sides. Now, if you subtract half from a quarter, you're going to end up with -1/4, right? Because you can do the actual process of adding fractions if you need to, but if you have a quarter and you take away half is 2/4. So you're going to take away 2/4 from a quarter, you end up with -1/4, right? So if you do that, you're going to end up with y/8 equals -1/4. So then the next step is to get rid of this dividing by 8 bit that's over here. And so to get rid of that, we have to multiply both sides by 8. So if you do that and you multiply both sides by 8, you end up with just y on the left side, and then a quarter times 8 is the same thing as 8 divided by 4, which is -2, right? In this case, well, -2 because of the negative that's over there. All right, so that's it. We saw the first one. You could actually check to see if you were right. If you wanted to, all you have to do is plug that back into the original expression, and we get 2/8 or -2/8 plus 1/2. Is that equal to 1/4? Well, -2/8 is the same thing as -1/4, and plus 1/2. 1/2 is 2/4. So yeah, you would get 1/4 with that. So that's right. I'm going to do this one next because I'm going to have to scroll down after. So I'm going to get rid of this -3 first by adding 3 to both sides. So if you do that to both sides, you would get rid of the 3's, and you would get y/4 equals 9. Right? And then you have to get rid of this 4 that's dividing over here. And I do that by multiplying both sides times 4. Right? And if I do that, my answer is going to be y equals 9 times 4, which is 36. And that's my answer. And once again, I can track to see if that's right by doing 36 divided by 4 minus 3 and seeing if I get 6. 36 divided by 4 is 9. 9 minus 3 is 6. So I know I did this right. And then I can go to the next one. So the next one here, I'm going to change the color just so it doesn't get confused with the other stuff. I'm going to do the +8 here first by subtracting -8 from both sides. Remember, you always go in reverse order of operations. And if you do that, you do -8 times 8, you're going to cancel out the 8's. And all you have left is -3x equals -19 plus -8. That is literally going to make -27. And now I have to get rid of that 3, right? And so I do that by dividing by -3, not by 3, -3, because it's -3 that I want to get rid of. The negative comes with on division and multiplication. Don't forget that. Cancel out the -3. All you have is left equals x. -27 divided by -3. Negative divided by negative is positive. 27 divided by 3 is 9. I have my answer. I'm going to plug it in to see if I got it right. 3 times 9 plus 8. That has to be equal to -19. Let's see. -3 times 9 is -27. If you add 8 to that, you indeed get 19. So you know you did this right. So we get 3 equations done so far. Looks like we have a couple more. And I may have time to do 21, so I'm going to do that one next. The first thing you have to do is get rid of the -8. I work on the side that has the variable. It's even if it's on the right side. And so I'm going to do that by adding +8 to both sides. And if I do that, the 8's will cancel out. I just have 20 on this side equals 4x. Got to get rid of this 4 next. And I do that by dividing by 4 on both sides. And if I do that, I get x, because the 4's will cancel out, equals 5. I can check if that's right. It has to be equal to 12 when I plug it back into the original. And 4 times 5 is indeed 20. And 20 minus 8 is indeed 12. I know I did that right, and that's good. On the next video, I do number 20, and I will do the other tough problem. That's 23 and 24. I'll see you guys then.